So in this video, everybody, I'll be going over the latest news about your Social Security benefits being raised. And of course, I'll be telling you the latest news surrounding your third stimulus check and even a possible fourth stimulus check of $2,000. So you guys do not want to miss out on this very important stimulus check update. And if you believe that Social Security benefits should be increased this year, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel, everybody, and share this video with your friends and family. That way, everybody can get the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check updates. And of course, the latest news surrounding your Social Security benefits. There are several states that are now providing their residents with additional stimulus relief. That is really great news, everybody. I'm so happy for all of you that have already received your $1,400 stimulus check. It is so great to see that many of you guys are getting paid that money. But it's still disappointing to see how many of you guys are still waiting for an actual third payment. I've noticed several comments in my videos saying that you have not received your stimulus check at all. It's sad to see that millions of Americans are still waiting to get paid. It is completely unacceptable for the IRS to just forget about millions of Americans. Now I know all you could use additional relief. The IRS announced on April 1st that about 30 million Social Security and other government program recipients would at last receive their checks on April 7th. Now there are a few reasons why the IRS Get My Payment tool is still showing the error message. Although it is most likely the IRS has not begun processing the payment yet, the IRS was supposed to have already begun processing checks for all SSI, SSDI, and survivor beneficiaries, but it seems like they are still being backlogged. If you do not see a payment date by the end of this week, let me know down in the comments, everybody. I believe that the IRS is just behind on sending out stimulus checks, and I really hope to receive your money very, very soon. Now folks, did you know that it's possible for you to receive more stimulus relief? The massive $1.9 trillion bill that Joe Biden signed into law includes hundreds of billions of dollars in funding for state and local governments. States like New York, Texas, and California are supposed to receive more than 1/4 of the total aid. Colorado has already begun issuing $375 stimulus payments to all residents who've suffered financially during the crisis. All workers are also eligible for $25 to $500 a week in unemployment benefits from March 15th to October 24th. In the state of New York, they have also created a $35 million fund to offer no-interest loans to small businesses in low to moderate income neighborhoods. The governor signed a $330 million relief package, and that stimulus package includes $5 million for direct payments to all low-income residents who didn't receive a federal stimulus check. Also guys, if you received unemployment benefits and live in New Mexico, it is likely that you are eligible to receive a one-time payment of $1,200. There are other states that are trying to pass more relief legislation. For example, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has proposed a $500 payment to families and a 13-week extension to unemployment benefits. But for the latest news on your Social Security benefits, there is a good chance that Social Security payments might be increased. The 1.3% cost of living adjustment, or COLA, will begin with benefits payable to more than 64 million Social Security beneficiaries this year. And for those of you that are on SSI, SSDI, and Social Security, benefits for approximately 70 million Americans across the country will increase by 1.3% this year. Now everybody, for your stimulus news, Governor Gavin Newsom signed a stimulus package that will provide a one-time stimulus payment of up to $600 or $1,200 to millions of Californians. Californians can qualify for the stimulus payment if they had filed their 2020 taxes. They are a filer who made $75,000 or less, or they are a California resident on the date payment if issued.
I want to thank everybody for being on this call, especially Sabrina and Daryl and Taneva and Kendrick for being here today and sharing your stories. And also a very special thank you to you, Secretary Cordona and Leader Schumer and Derek Johnson. You're all good partners in this fight, and I'm grateful for the work that you do on behalf of borrowers. The conversation we're having today is powerfully important. Canceling student loan debt is a matter of justice, racial justice, economic justice, and generational justice. Student loan debt is a big contributor to the racial wealth gap. Black and brown students borrow more money to go to college, and they borrow more money while they're in college, and they have a harder time paying it off after they graduate. People whose families cannot write a check for them to go to college have fewer opportunities now than those who were born into wealth. And young people today cannot take advantage of low-cost state school tuitions the way I did a generation ago. Today, 2 out of every 3 students graduating from state schools have to go into debt to make it there. But we are here today to go beyond the numbers.
Of the workers in Bessemer, Alabama. Here you are in an anti-union state. You are taking on one of the largest, most profitable corporations in the country, the wealthiest guy in the world. And you are living under terrible working conditions. I was down there. These people are monitored from the moment they get on the job. It is very hot. It is a huge facility. They got a half-hour break for lunch, and it takes them 10 minutes to walk to the break room. And all they wanted was the opportunity to sit down and negotiate better wages, better working conditions. And Bezos and the company spent a huge amount of money to defeat that effort. And that tells me that among many other things, we need strong pro-labor legislation, which says that workers in America must have the constitutional right to form a union. And right now it is so difficult, whether it's Amazon, whether it is Walmart, whether it is any one of these large corporations. Companies have so much power to threaten and intimidate, to put people into closed rooms and to tell them over and over again how terrible unions are. We've got to change that.
Should we look for the president to maybe move up that July 4th circle date that he had said about Americans being able to gather in small groups? Can that also move up now, given that the eligibility is moving up by 2 weeks and the pace of vaccinations is increasing?
Well, we're certainly encouraged by the fact that we are vaccinating. Our team is vaccinating. Our experts across the country, I should say, are vaccinating an average about 3 million people a day, which is far larger than any other country in the world. But we know that it's not just about having the supply or eligibility. It's also about people in the country, eligible adult Americans, going to their community health center, going to a mass vaccination site, going to a pharmacy to get vaccinated and get that shot in their arms. So any changes we would make in advising the public, we would certainly do in close coordination with the advice of the CDC and our health and medical team. I don't have any expectation of that at this point, but we're always looking at how we can provide clarity to the public.
That the lines might start getting longer, so seniors should start getting their shots now just to make sure they're not doing it when it gets clogged up. Mm-hmm. Are you concerned that because the eligibility has expanded, that the supply can match that you can still be on pace to vaccinate all American adults who want it by the end of May?
We will have enough supply by the end of May, and we certainly remain confident that we will continue to be able to provide the supply that states need to vaccinate people in their states, and we'll continue to provide supply also independently to the pharmacies, which is a program that has started out as a pilot and has been incredibly successful. So we are confident in what the path looks like ahead, but we also constantly contingency plan. We know things happen.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.